What's up, everybody? My name is Berke with the Trader's Vault store, and I just wanted to kind of go over an intro to myself and what this channel will mostly be about. So currently, I'm actually a real estate agent for the past 3 years in Arizona. I have my own house with kind of like its own rental attached to it. My family has a couple houses as well that they, rent out and flip. But yeah, so I have my real estate agent license. I also have been dabbling in crypto since 2017, so I've got a lot of experience in and out of crypto, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, NFTs, meme coins, whatever. So I've got a lot of extensive knowledge in crypto, I would say, which is I think going to help me out a lot in this TCG um, journey that I'm going on. And it's this channel is going to be a little bit of everything. I think it's going to be a mix of trading card game talk, aka Pokemon mostly. But honestly, I will dabble into other games as well. Magic, maybe. I know Gundam is coming out pretty soon as well. Maybe One Piece. I haven't looked into that at all yet. Um, Besides that, we'll probably talk about real estate a little bit. Every once in a while, crypto as well. So those are kind of like my interests. And I also have another small business that I run that I'm kind of shifting towards more towards Pokemon, putting that on pause for now in a sense. But yeah, so this is my journey of where we can take this channel. I also started a Patreon as well, just five a month. I'm hoping to bring some deals to people with Pokemon, maybe give you like a $10 off coupon or something, and maybe in the future if I can lock in a distributor, we can do direct sales to only people in the Patreon. So but honestly, I'm gonna be running things like Rudy. I really like again, highly inspired by him and many other YouTubers as well, Pokey and whatnot. Oh man, I keep saying whatnot. I gotta slow that down. I gotta stop using that phrase. But either way, yeah. If you join the Patreon, one-time chance, so it's forever. Don't forget that. And again, I might not have the best deals right away, but I think if you really believe in my journey long term, and think I can get a distributor over time, then stick around, because that's my ultimate goal with this channel is to work on getting a distributor for Pokemon or other TCGs as well. And I know right now it's very difficult, unless you have a brick and mortar store, you're not getting a distributor right now. Or other options are, you have to have a big social following, which we're starting at zero, or I think I have like 2 subscribers on YouTube. So we'll see, where this takes us. This is starting from the very bottom right here. But we have a lot of products. I got other videos. I'm already gonna upload the 2 month journey, what I've done so far, and going forward, some long-term plans. I don't think. I mean, maybe we'll bring up single individual card prices every once in a while, but I think mostly I'd rather talk broad market. I don't know. We'll see what type of expertise I bring into this market. Again, I'm very new to TCG, but I have a lot of knowledge in real estate, crypto, and other things. So I'm going to take my knowledge from those other areas and hopefully apply some of that to the Pokemon slash TCG market. And again, I talked about this in my 2 month video, but I really think there's a lot of similarities between crypto and Pokemon slash TCG investing in general because it's kind of a fringe investment in a sense. A lot of people are very institutionalized, I want to say, or like they only buy their bonds and stocks and bonds and ETFs, and that's all they buy. They don't believe in Bitcoin. It's too volatile. But like I said in the other video as well, volatility is opportunity. So that's a good way. That's when you can make money, the most money in my opinion, quickly as well. Is volatility, and that's kind of how I see the Pokemon market. The individual cards are kind of like NFTs from crypto. Um, the sealed sets, booster boxes, and ETBs and whatnot. Those are like ETFs essentially. Yeah, mutual funds. You're holding your. All right, I got distracted by a couple messages on my phone, But this TCG stuff long term seems like, at least with Pokemon and Magic the Gathering and maybe other games as well, but long term collectibles wise, the market value and it's not market sentiment. How can I say this? Essentially, like older sets always gain value over time because at the end of the day, they're done printing. And my theory on, and I've kind of said this to a few friends already, after getting into the market, here's a couple ideas, observations, or hopefully this, gives some insight to some other people on my observations so far and what I've noticed, is that this is the Pokemon is it will obviously have boom and bust cycles. Ups and downs, bear markets, bull markets, whatever. But long term, obviously the sets go up. But what I'm really thinking is, in the back of my mind when I was first getting into this, I was thinking this is gonna be like This could be like Beanie Babies. These things are valuable now, still valuable in the next 5, 10 years, 20 years maybe, because all of us millennials or people in my age group, grew up with Pokemon when we were kids, and um, there's a lot of nostalgia there. A lot of people have even like again, I'm new, and when I was in line at GameStop, there was people that are new as well. Only a couple months new as well into the um, trading card game, collectible world, whatnot. And I see this not like Beanie Babies because of the fact that a lot of people my age are getting their kids into it and watching. Oh man, Deep Pocket Monsters, I believe. Yeah, his video of trying to collect, all 1,000 whatever Pokemon. When he's doing these trading events or at the LGSs, there's so many little kids everywhere. Kids anywhere from like 5 to 10, 15, 20 years old. Well, that's not a kid, but you know what I mean. There's just so many like kids running around trading cards and trying to trade up. They know what the Pokemon are. They have their favorites. So that's kind of really cool. So I see that as like the torch being passed to the younger generation, from people our age and older's, of Pokemon essentially as another hobby for kids as well. And me as a kid, I mean, I remember when I was super young, I played with the Pokemon cards. I probably didn't follow the exact TCG rules like I do now, when we're playing, but I mean that was really fun, obviously. And I mostly played growing up. Past that, I played the Game Boy games and the DS games, and I didn't really pay too much attention to the card game after a while. And I think throughout time, I lost all the rest of my cards. Ooh, since we're in here, and this is an intro video, why not? I except for a few. Hopefully they're in here right now. Let's see. This will be exciting. I did. Oh man, can't find them. No way they're in here. Oh, they're back there, I think. Okay, wrong spot to look. I kept my golden plaque. We opened our only prismatic ETB we've ever found. We opened it. I actually got that from a whatnot gamble stream, which that we'll do a whole nother story on or video on that one. These are the only like main like Pokemon things I have from years and years ago when I was a kid, and it's the like golden plaques from McDonald or Burger King, I think, when I was a little kid in a whole nother country. And by the way, I am a foreign-born American, proud American, but foreign-born dual citizen. Learned my English here. Well, I got some cool ones though, Mew and Charizard, and then I think Jigglypuff. So these are pretty cool. I really like these. I kept these. I'm definitely never selling these guys. I mean, I've had these like 20 plus years. So, but yeah, so that's my intro video for this channel, guys. We'll talk about Pokemon, real estate, crypto, and again, long term, my goal is to get a distributor. So if you really believe that I can do that and you want to support the channel, head on over to the Patreon. I'll try to have some deals for our patrons as well. And I am gonna run this thing like Rudy. Once you're in for life. There's no leaving. If you leave, blacklist, done, forever gone, out, forgot about you. Don't forget about it. So that's kind of how I want to run the Patreon as well. And again, the goal is a distributor. I did actually find a wholesaler. because I ended up selling three of my booster boxes, which appeared for Journey Together, to somebody. But in my listing, I put no promo. And again, this is me being a newbie and making mistakes. But again, I wanted to do something correct for my buyer at least. Shout out to Rect. Um, so in my listing, I had no promo included in my listing because the only promos I've gotten before this booster box was the 2025 illustration or 2024 illustration promos, and those came loose in the box. For example, I actually ordered some build-in battles, Astral Radiance build-in battles, single boxes at $19 with free shipping from the Pokemon Center. And each one that night, because it was the night of the promotion, if you entered the promotion code in, you got a free illustration promo with your order. And I think I have those somewhere here if we can quickly find them. Sorry, I got Pokemon stuff scattered everywhere. Looks like they're not there. Or it was right there. It was one below where I grabbed. I was so close. This illustration pack right here. But these were loose, okay? So my imagination of, how the promo was going to come was the promo was going to be loose in its own bag, and then the booster box was going to be, loose, so it's going to be kind of like this. So my listing was, for the booster boxes without the promo, because I really wanted to keep the promos from Reshiram, but needless to say, I later on found out that they include the promos and that they're in the boxes themselves. So in the sealed booster box, the promos. Oh, I can't see it, but it's hidden right at the top here. It's like kind of just sitting at the top right here. So when I found that out, I was like, oh crap, I don't want to cancel the orders for Rect. And I was like, shit, I looked around, and he bought them for $220. I found a wholesaler selling them for $220 plus shipping though, so I had to pay shipping as well. So I paid a little over $220 total. But I ended up securing his booster boxes. So I secured 3 booster boxes. It didn't say enhanced on there, so I was like, okay, cool. That's the ones he ordered essentially from me. And those got here on the day of, which was perfect. I think on the 28th, the day Journey Together release. I got all my orders from Pokemon Center and the wholesaler, which was awesome. But surprise for Rect, which was a good surprise for him, and honestly, we're doing good business for this one. The 3 booster boxes I got from the wholesaler were enhanced as well. So sent a image to Rect, showing like his products going out, and I bubble wrapped it, showed him, hey, look, you're actually getting enhanced boxes. So he was kind of hyped for that as well. Sent out the 3 boxes as soon as I got them, I sent them out same day, and we got a happy customer. So, and I got to keep my 3 enhanced boxes. They're just sitting behind me for now. I actually opened one of them. Make sure you go check that video out. That'll also be uploaded. And I am giving away, if I can find the blister quickly, look around. I am going to be giving away a Journey Together blister for that video. Make sure you go and subscribe and leave a comment on that video if you've seen this one. So follow along for the journey, guys. I appreciate you if you've been around this long. Again, we're going to be talking about all sorts of topics, mainly hopefully sticking to Pokemon TCG, starting a business. We'll go into whatnot, trying other platforms, eBay, how to set up your website. I mean, through doing these meme coins and other things, I know how to make websites. I might be undiagnosed ADHD, but that's why I know a lot about a lot of fringe, weird, random topics that I enjoy myself, but that's kind of helped me out in my journey in my own life. So I know how to, do random odd things, and especially being a small business owner, you kind of have to be very flexible and do a lot of different things, and juggle a lot of different things. So I know how to set up a website. I can help out with that as well. But setting up a website, talking about Pokemon, real estate, crypto, and Pokemon not only in the sense of starting a business, but I also am going to get into the TCG. It is pretty fun playing the game, I think. I just don't really have, from what I've seen online, I forget the website, but it kind of shows you the top decks, winning percentages of the top decks. I do want to start attending some local events here for the events with the 60 card decks, but I don't have a deck yet, and I do have a lot of cards, but like I said, I know there's like a meta and there's like the top decks that are performing the best in the current meta type deal. And I know Dragapult, I believe, is the best deck right now. And I kind of want to put one together, but with what I'm thinking, I am going to be doing an opening video for one of these Charizard boxes. So I was thinking I could put together a Charizard EX deck as well. So since I'm going to have a few of the cards already, I'll have to obviously supplement the deck. But yeah, I was thinking Charizard EX deck as well as because that's what I use in the TCG Live, is the Arcanine EX with like a little bit of Charizard mixed in there, and I actually put a Dark Charizard in there as well, kind of like mix things up, not to only be just a fire deck. But yeah, if you stuck around this long, I appreciate it. Subscribe. Thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you on the next video.